welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I am going to be kitting up a Diamond Art Studio painting today for their November event. So for their November event, do head over to their Facebook page for full information. But basically, the idea is that you pick a Diamond Art Studio painting. You don't place your first diamond until the 1st of November. And you can get entered into a weekly draw to win vouchers and the grand prize draw. If you post a picture of where you are up to on your painting at the end of November, you will get entered into the grand prize to win a kit, a full kit from there. So I've decided I'm going to kit up this gorgeous one. So this is called I Choose You. And this is by Esther Ann Feroce, who I've probably said it completely wrong. Big apologies. But I recently unboxed this painting and it's gorgeous and it's sort of Christmas themed. And I thought it was ideal for November. It's a 60 by 60 and it's in square. Mine's in square. You can get this one in round or square. Either is available and it has been released on their website now. But I just think it's gorgeous. Especially at this bottom part. I reckon I can get a good run in before I run out of time. I might not get it finished in November, but I'm going to try. And to start off, I'm going to kit up. So we have 43 different colours. I haven't even added this one to my logbook yet. How bad is that? But there's all my diamonds. I've had them all out for the unboxing, so they're all over the place. So with 43 colours, I'm going to go for a 60 bottle case. And I'm going to kit up with this. I think I might do a bit of both. So these are their new stickers and they come as 2 individual. So I can have them stacked like this, or I could choose to put them side by side, but I think I'm going to do stacked. So 152, is this going to be the best way actually? I've got a feeling I've got diamonds everywhere. Though I might be able to tell by colour, sort of, if I try and get them all facing roughly the right way. So 152 is a pinky colour. There it is. Let's see how we go. Let's go for Organised Chaos. We do have a little bit of static, but static is often... you often find static in the nicer resin diamonds. I am making a right mess already. They don't like going from plastic to plastic, which of course is what I'm doing. So let's get all of these in here. I said let's get them all in here, and then I promptly put my finger near the pot and they all jumped out. Let me get these in and I'm going to get my dryer sheets out. Because if you don't have an anti-static gun, which believe me, I have looked into, and they are a pretty penny to get rid of static, then dryer sheets is a lot more cost-effective way. So let's get my dryer sheets out. I actually have a little piece already cut there. Throw that in. And once the diamonds start touching that dryer sheet, they settle down a load better. I do have one stuck in the bag. And you can use a piece of dryer sheet to help them before they come out of the bag as well. But one down, I'll just deal with each one as it comes. So let me pop the little ones on. I want both stickers on mine because I do save my diamonds. I might be better with tweezers with these actually, because I want them straight and I'm not getting them straight. Trying to get them straightish. Okay, 158. So I'm just turning all these over to see if I can help myself. We do have a few bags of 310. This should help me find which numbers I want, and then hopefully I can just find them by looking through, because this one is, there we go, it's like a bluey purple. Let me cut off a piece that I can use in the bag, and then let me cut up some pieces that I can potentially pop in the pots. Does this bag need it? This bag's actually not too bad. I'm still making a mess though. I feel like I've got hold of the bag wrong. Don't ask me why. Why this way round is easier for me, because it's a bag and it shouldn't make any difference. But I feel like I have more control this way. Okay, so that one wasn't too bad with static at all, but I have still got a piece of dryer sheet in there. Then let me use some tweezers, because my hand's shaking off as it is, and if they shake when I am putting it down, doesn't help that I've recently had to take steroids due to the stinking cold I've had. So you add that on top of everything, and I'm just going to shake even more. So, oh, we don't seem too bad on this one either. Looks like so far it was just that first bag that was worse. So let's get 161 in, and look, they've all sort of stuck to one side of the dryer sheet. They will end up settling in there a bit better once I've shaken it up. Right. I'm wondering whether to label up a few. Label up a row and then put in a batch. I'm wondering if that will be easier than moving the sticker sheet out the way every 2 minutes. But I'm going to label them all up in DMC order to start off with, and then I may shuffle them about according to symbol, so that when it comes to actually finding them, I can do it a lot easier. Now 310, I know I'm going to have extra ones, but I think I'm just going to deal with those by popping them further back. And putting these stickers on while your pots are in your case is a lot easier. I'm not getting them the straightest, but it's a lot easier to put them on when they're in your case rather than taking them out, because at least then the bottle is staying in the right place. So we've got V, 451, and as I say, I'm not doing these the straightest. If I was doing this sat in front of the couch, sat on the couch in front of the TV, I'd potentially take a little bit more time to get them all straight and lined up. But that does. Okay, 223. Here it is. Do we have static? We do have a little bit in this one, not a lot. So I'm going to pop that dryer sheet in and try and get all the diamonds to touch it. Pop a piece in there. Let's see how they go in. So far it's been the pinks that are causing the problems. There we go, only had one that jumped ship. I'll take that. That's 223, 225. Where are we? There it is, 225. Oh, that one's definitely got static. So pink and peach. So let's pop the dryer sheet in there, and they need to sort of touch it and be aggravated by it. Don't think you're going to cause more static by basically shaking them about with the dryer sheets, because it's actually the shaking them about that gets rid of the static when you've got a dryer sheet in there, rather than making it worse. You'd think shaking it up would make the static worse, but it's not. It's enabling them to all touch the dryer sheet. And I very nearly had that. If I hadn't have knocked my hand to the side, I nearly got them all in. So I like to give them a good shake to help dampen that down. Right, 310. I say, I know I'm going to have a load more bags of 310. Oh, we've got static in the 310 as well. Okay, let's see what I can get in without. Okay, this is where I'm not holding it right. This is where I probably should use a funnel. What I want to do is just get the pot as full as I can with a dryer sheet in there halfway. So, in fact, I can probably fit a few more in now I've shaken it. And then I'm probably going to put the rest of these in pots further back with dryer sheets, so I'm dealing with any potential static right at the beginning. But I will wait until the end, because then I know exactly how many bags I have to deal with before I make the decision. So 318, I actually want to cut that a bit thinner. I like them being long, skinny ones. This one's got static too. So I'm wrapping a piece of dryer sheet around my finger and aggravating it all around the bag, trying to get to as many of the diamonds as I can. Just becomes fun when you're pulling it out if the diamonds have all got folded up in it. Let's see how many of these we fit in. It is quite a big painting, this one, with it being a 60 by 60, was it? See, I don't even think I'm going to fit all of 318 in either. Give it a shake around the dryer sheet. No. I'm not going to fit all of those in either, so there may well be quite a few bags that I end up having to pop in the extra bits. 413. piece of dryer sheet. Do we need it? We do. So I'm using the same piece that I've used before and just wrapping it around my finger and then basically stabbing it in the bag. I do end up getting the odd bit stuck onto me. And then let's see how we go. Four, 1, 3. Are we all going to fit? Probably not. No. Once I shake it around the dryer sheet, there's often room for a little bit more, but I'm not going to fit the whole bag in. So let's move that one out of the way. 4, 5, 1. Is that it? No. There it is. 4, 5, 1. Oh, we're looking pretty good on this one. But let me cut some dryer sheet pieces for going in these pots anyway. And I'm going to go for the tall and skinny, so they can stand up in the pot. And diamonds can go round it on both sides, if I've not cut them too big. So 4, 5, 1. I think I'm going to get all these in. So this is 8.25, it says on the bag, for the weight, and I've managed to get those all in the pot. So maybe that's an indicator as to how many I'll get in. 5, 1, 8 is here. See, this is 9.45. There is a little tiny bit of static in this one, but not enough that I need to fight with a dryer sheet before tipping them in. Right, I have got some space. Can you see my dryer sheet has stopped diamonds going in? But if I shake it about afterwards, they settle down. But again, I don't think I'm going to get all of them in. I think about 9 might be my limit. Oh, but that's so close. Do I just try? I'm making a mess. I think I've tried too much. Let me see if I can get these few in and still get this pot shut. I've probably pushed it too far. But you know, sometimes you've just got to try in the name of science. And I think I found every really static one on my desk, because that one just jumped so much. Oh, get in. Oh, get in. Okay, 9.45 weight-wise is the full-on limit. I don't think I'll do that again. But hey, I got that one in. So next batch, let's do my next batch of stickers and labels. 550. I reckon most of us know what colour that one is. There are some colours and some numbers that just stick in your mind. 550 is one for me. 819 being a pale pink. That one always sticks in my mind. 310, of course, is probably the first one that sticks in anybody's mind. Is 310 is black. 3865 being an off-white. 5200 being a white. There's loads of different ones that stick in my mind, but there's another one coming up in a minute, 939, being a very dark blue. That one always sticks in my mind as well. In fact, a lot of DMC, there's probably more DMC numbers that you could, you know, say, and I would know at least what type of colour it was, i.e. it's a blue, or, you know, the 820, the 823, I could tell you that they were both blues. I might not always remember which one's the darker one of the two, dependent on if I've used it recently, but I'd know that they're blues. But 823 is the darker one. And then we've got 934, dark green in there. We actually get 939, sorry, in this row as well. So this is a 60 bottle case, but I do only need 43. Wasn't worth using my 42 bottle case because, of course, I would still end up with one left over, one colour left over. Plus, I knew there would be some colours that I would need more than the one bottle, just due to the size of the painting. There is always going to be some that I need more than one bottle for. And I like to fit them all in one case if I can. It really does depend on the size of the painting, and therefore how many diamonds, whether I have a chance. Okay, got another bag that's showing more signs of static. So I'm just going to try and take the worst of it off, and then we'll see how we go getting it in. So this is 8.25 weight wise, so these should all fit in the one. So I'll do the first pour, and then if I find that the diamonds are being a bit too staticky that are left, so they're being quite jumpy, I'll go back in with the bag to sort of touch those last few diamonds and tell them to calm themselves down. And they should then pour out a lot easier, which they did bar one. Pop that in. I've got my dryer sheet in there, so give them a good shake, and then just the movement of tipping out diamonds into your tray, tipping them back in, all that sort of action and movement I tend to find will calm them down even more. Okay, 712. Oh, that actually looks static free, but this is 19.05, so we're not going to fit all of these in anyway. It's going to have to go into my extras. So no static in those. Got a rogue one though. And there is still a gap, but I'm not going to bother trying to fill them up even more. Not when I have to put them in another bag anyway. I've figured out the weight now that I can pretty much get away with, and what is worth fighting with and what isn't. So 775, 5.85. Oh, we're going to fit all these in. I think ideally under 9 is the ideal weight to fit in a pot. And they should be able to fit in nicely. 794. 4.65. We're good. Try and get it both sides of the dryer sheet. Oh, beautifully behaved diamonds. Behave very well. 798. Little strip. Sometimes I always think that the diamonds are going to be static because I can see the odd one stuck near the side of the bag, and as soon as I break the seal on the bag, they just all behave themselves. So 820. Have we got a lot of these? Oh, that's that 9.45 number. That's what we did with 518 and it got us in trouble. Maybe not, let's not do the same with 820. Though we've not got static in these. Let me shake them around the edge of the dryer sheet. So I think I've just proceeded in moving the dryer sheet further up the pot. Got away with it a little bit easier on that one. Could just be a weight difference of a few diamonds, could be the position of the dryer sheet in my pot. Either way, I'm not arguing, they went in. And the more that I can get in their original pots, the less of these pots I have to use, which means I can get more 310 in. More of my bags of 310. 823 is 10.7, so I'm not going to get them all in. It was worth a try. Okay, 934. Here you are. Dark green. And then 939. Definitely not going to fit all of these in. The bag has 21.4. We have got static in this. So let's see what we can get in that's not going to give us static trouble. Or hopefully not a lot of it. And I'll deal with the static in the bag when I put them into extra pots. Just going to move the rest of my diamonds a little bit closer. That's another row done. Oh, we've got some pretty colours in this row. 959. 996. No, 966, sorry. Then we've got 996. Not to be muddled up. One is a green, one is a blue. 966 and 996. It's a good job we work on symbols when it comes to the painting. At least the symbols are different. 3031. 3064. Just trying to bend the sticker sheet slightly to get the stickers off, but I don't want to bend this picture because I want this for my logbook. I should take the sticker, the image out of my other ones for my logbook because it would save me taking pictures when I update my logbook, which I do on a monthly basis. Because if I tried to update everything every time it came in, it can get complicated for me because sometimes I unbox things. I unbox things for a video in advance, and then you guys might not see the unboxing video until a week or two after I've filmed it. Yet sometimes it would already be in my logbook. So I now update on a monthly basis, and I do it according to my videos. So if I've actually unboxed something, but the video is scheduled for the month after, I have a little tub that I keep it in, and it doesn't go into my stash until I have officially unboxed it. It's like a little waiting area. I'm not allowed to do them. I'm not allowed to, well, I say I'm not allowed. I don't allow myself to do them, to kit them up, to do anything with them. They don't go into my decision app. Nothing happens with them until my unboxing video has gone live for it. And then they can get added to my app. Right, I'm giving that one a good shake because this says it is 8.9 grams, which means it's under 9, which means it should fit in the bottle if I don't hit the dryer sheet as I'm lifting the bag up. Which means they will all fit in the pot. Done. Gorgeous. 966. Not to be confused with 996. We've definitely got static in this one, can you see? So let me get the piece of dryer sheet that I've been using. So far I'm still using the same one for attacking all the bags, and let's just do it that way. Let's just make a mess. Some of them have stuck to my finger where I didn't have the dryer sheet on it. They've all stuck to my finger because there was no dryer sheet touching that part of my finger. In fact, why am I picking them up off the desk? I might end up with more on the desk yet. Let's get them out of the bag first. And any time I've had any diamonds that have static, but just say I've had from a few different companies, it is the better quality diamonds that tend to have static, so it's sort of something I deal with. Whenever I've been dekitting, I've never really faced a problem with static because any dryer sheet that I've put in, and by the time I've done the painting, with tipping diamonds out and tipping them back in all the time, the problem's gone away by the time I dekit it. Right, I need, is that taller than the bottle? It is. So we'll do that in half, and we'll go for skinny. So I'm just cutting some fresh dryer sheet-ish size pieces. So that I can bob some in the bottom. See, sometimes I think these are going to be static because they all seem to be, you know, stuck around the edge, but then when I actually open them up and release the air, they don't give me any problems. So looks can be deceiving. Diamonds can be tricky. This one looks like it might be because I can actually see them clinging to the side rather than just there's no air. Some of the time it's as though it's these ones that have had air, the seal's not quite been fully tight. They're the ones that seem to like to jump about more. Again, I've got them stuck to my thumb now. Stuck to my thumb, stuck to my finger. But that roll around with a piece of dryer sheet has dealt with them. It's actually harder with the bags that are fuller because you don't tend to be able to get to touch all or most of the diamonds with the dryer sheet. And some of these, like this bag, are showing signs of a little bit of static, but not fully dancing about. So for those, I always try and get them out of the bag just to save me that step. 3072, is that one? It is. 10.1 grams. So I don't think I'm going to fit all of these in one bag. So let's get in what we can. We'll put you in another bottle. You're well behaved. You've not got static. You're going to be easy to do. 3348. Look at that. Pretty. Pretty limey green. Oh, static though. We've got jumpers. Get off my finger. They're properly stuck. I wouldn't mind if they got to part of my finger that I could just push them off into the tub. They stick on the part of my finger in between the next finger and I can't brush them off. There we go. Beautiful. 3371. Dark brown. There you are. Oh, that was me. That wasn't static. That was me hitting the bag at a weird angle. I gave it a bit too hard of a nudge. And I could put my tray underneath, but I'm finding at the moment I am sending diamonds flying a lot further than a tray would catch. A lot further. 3688. Gorgeous pink. Little bit of static, but not too much. Oh, I have got a road diamond, but it's not the one I've just kitted up, it's one from before. 3743. 8.3 grams. We might fit these in. See how we go. Oh, we've done it. That is row 3 done. So let's get the last of the stickers on the bottles, because for the sake of the last 3, I think we'll just get them done now. The last 13 colours. I'm lucky for some. And then I'll do the extra bottles. I think I'll do it starting with all the colours that I've got most of the bag in. And then I'll see how many 310s I can get into pots, depending on what's left. And then say I may rearrange these symbols. There is some letters, some numbers. I might have a little mess about and put them into sort of a way that makes sense to me when I'm hunting for them. And that will be going by symbol, not by DMC number. The only thing is, when I dekit, I will have to put them back into a DMC number order to put them away in my stash. But that's actually not that big a deal. It's not that hard to do. 3848. So that's up to 40. And then the last 3. I'll be using quite a lot of this one for that bottom section, and the 5200 AB. There's quite a lot of that on the ground of this picture, and that is normally where I start working from, is the bottom up, as a general rule. So, scissors, I'm just going to cut this one out. I'm actually going to cut this one out roughly. I will neaten it up before it goes in my logbook. I'll use my trimmer. But at the moment, I just want to get hold of that so I can get rid of the rest of the sticker sheet and feel like I've cleared up a bit. And I'm going to put this on the side with my other logbook pictures ready for my logbook update, which will be, I think I've scheduled it for the 1st of November. I try to do them at the beginning of each month, so there is one for the 1st of November, but then for December I think I've scheduled it for the 30th of November, because in December we start the Advent, and I'll be busy doing Advent, not logbook. Excuse me. Right, 3750. This doesn't feel like it's taken as much time as it has. Is that just because I enjoy kitting up, do we think? I really enjoy this process. Because like every painting's different in, you know, how many diamonds you have, how many you might have left over and need to sort out afterwards, and all the rest. Okay, 3752, that's pretty. And I'm looking at the weights on the bags, and if I'm not going to have a chance of getting all the diamonds in, then I'm not too worried about the little air pockets from the dryer sheets, that when I shake them, the diamonds go further down, because I need another pot anyway. So, like here, 19.6. I need another pot anyway. If I find that I get close to filling the other pot and potentially could split it between 2, then I might go back. But each pot tends to fit about 9 grams, so that one's probably going to need another 2 pots anyway. So there's no point in trying to squeeze them in, because the minute I open that pot just to place about 3 diamonds probably, it will just go everywhere. Right, this one's 9.5. Now we've had 9.45 before and managed to get them all in one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it with this, but I'm just trying to get diamonds to the other side of the dryer sheet from the off, just in case there's a chance. And these haven't got static, so it's a lot easier to potentially mess about with them. We're going to get it, we're going to get it. 9.5 grams. We did it. Pushing all the boundaries today on these pots. 3768. Now this one looks like it might have static. Can you see where there's diamonds sort of stuck up the top? But the air seal hasn't been broken on this one. And as soon as you break the air seal, they all fall down and they all move perfectly freely. Which is why it can be confusing and you can think you have static when you actually don't. And some of these diamonds are just behaving absolutely beautifully, and I would not even put a dryer sheet in normally. I'm just doing it for all of them because better to be safe than sorry. this one's not all going to fit in one. Because that's over 10 grams. And I'm pretty sure I lost one. Yeah, and I lost one from the other one as well. Right, 3814. That is a lovely green. It's, I don't know. I don't know whether it's just the way it's shining off the diamonds, but that is a nice green. Anyway, I digress. Let's get diamonds into pots. Or as many as we can anyway. 3835. 3848. Oh, we have got static in this one. It's just gripping itself on the sides a bit. Not too bad. It was clinging to the side of the bag. Oh, that was me again. I just hit the side of the bag far too hard and knocked them everywhere. I think it's because I'm getting excited because I nearly got them all in. I enjoy doing the kitting up process. I also enjoy finishing the kitting up process. I enjoy all aspects of it. It's because I get to organise the leftover diamonds next. That's what I'm getting excited about next. Is that I get to organise these other bags and get them into the rest of the pots. Okay, so 3865, very static again, but I'm not going to get them all in. So I'm just going to cream off all the ones that are behaving themselves. You can go into this pot. And then I'll deal with the static of those in a moment when I decide where they're going. 5200 is the last one of these. We have got static in this one as well. So again, I'm just going to go in with the dryer sheet. See if I can calm them down before they go in here. There we go. Okay, so all the main colours are done, and then I have all these extra diamonds. So 3865, I have 2 bags. 310, I have 3. I'm going to leave those to the side for now. I want some stickers, and I'm actually wondering if my round stickers, they're not in this room. Been using my round stickers for something else, so they're not even in here, so I'm going to use square. So I'm going to start with the small bags, I think. 8, 2, 3. And at the minute, these aren't in any sort of order. I am going to put dryer sheet pieces in though. And what I tend to do when it comes to the fact if I need to use these, because this is sort of the end of a bag, depending on how many diamonds I have left over, I may not even need to touch these, depending on, you know, the extra amount of diamonds that are given to us. What I do is I just swap the bottle tops. Swap the tops on each one and off I go. I need some more sheet. So I'm just going to cut another batch of long and thin. and then I can pop some in. So 3, 8, 10. Pop that on. 3072. And I'm starting with all the smaller ones because it's a lot easier to see the stickers with all the different numbers lined up to know that you need to grab it, than to say fill them all with 310 and then have to go hunting through bags to find all the other colours. It's a lot easier to do it this way. So 3750. Let's go for this one. And I will put them in some sort of order in a minute. At the moment, I'm just on let's fill up the pots. And then I'll deal with organising my case how I like it when I'm done. Oh, that's quite a low one as well. 413. This has actually got quite a bit of static as well. I can see it taunting me in the bag. Plus, I don't think I'm ready to deal with the 310 static yet. We'll just let 310 sit there for a minute. And I've just got diamonds all over me. We're all wrapped up in the dryer sheet as well. Okay. Oh, good to get those out of there. 3752. Get the rest of these in. I'm going to go for that one next because this is the lowest amount. The next ones, I think I'm going to need 2 pots for each one. So I'm looking at the weights and sort of going by weight. So this is 14.25. So if we get about 9 in each pot, anything above 18 would probably need 2 pots. And all the others are above 18. Okay. So all these are going to need at least 2 pots, I would say. So 712. 712, because that's the next lowest weight on the bags. Oh, it's not got much static in this one either. Awesome. And then the next one, oh, I missed the pot. put 712 on both of them. I'll probably end up using that one up first. Then we've got 3765. And again, I want 2. Not got much static problems on these either. And again, I'm sort of going by weight in the fact that because it's over 19 grams, if I can fit 9 in one, or even potentially 9.5, I think I fitted in one, that means that it's going to be at least, sorry, I'm just trying to find another pack of stickers as well. Another sheet of stickers. Let's just go for pink. Yeah, even if it was 9.5, that equals exactly 19, and these were over 19 in weight, which means I'm not going to get them in one bag, in one pot. It's going to need to spread over 3. Same for 939. So let's get those in. Now we have got static again in these, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get in all the ones that are happy to come out of the bag. And the ones that want to grip to the side of the bag can just stay gripping to the side of the bag for now. And then once I've got it a lot less full, now I can go in with this dryer sheet and try and touch all the diamonds that want to cause a static problem or have got static or want to be a pain in the bum. I can get rid of all of those. And then the rest will come out. And if I hit the bag hard enough, they'll go all over the desk. Okay, so getting all of the bags that were one single bag but had some left has left me with 4 more pots. And I have all of these left. Now, normally what I would do is I would move any diamonds that I have left into my hollow bags or holographic bags, these ones, bags on book rings. I would move them into there and hang those off my cart, and that would allow me to yeah, that will allow me to fill them up. However, these do have static, and I'm not about dealing with, I will make the static situation worse moving them into another bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 bottles, 2 extra bottles per colour, and I'm going to fit in some big pieces of dryer sheets into these bags so that the diamonds can start touching them, you know, with the action of me lifting up my lid on my case, putting the lid down, that dryer sheet can be in there calming those diamonds down. I'm on 3865 first. So what I want to do is I want to take some weight out of this so that the dryer sheet can move about. So a bit like I did when I filled up the pot. I just want to take the diamonds that are behaving themselves and would like to move, and that creates a lot more wiggle room in that bag. And I want to do that again, probably a little bit out of each bag. So I've taken some more out of that one, and I'm going to pop this big piece of dryer sheet in. Try and get it as far down as I can so that I can seal the bag back up. And then I can give it a good ruffle and then throw it in there. Because there's only 2 bags of 3865. I'm going to do the same with the second bag. Cream a little bit more out of it to fill up this pot. And then I'm going to put a bigger piece in. Shrink it down enough to get the bag shut. And then get those diamonds touching that dryer sheet. Give them a bit of aggravation, throw them in there. And then once I've used up 3865, 3865 and 3865, then I will fill the pots up and do it that way. And then I want 2 lots of 310. Now I have 3 bags of 310, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cream a bit off one bag, put a dryer sheet in, cream a bit off another bag. So take out the ones that want to come out, that want to behave. Throw a dryer sheet in with the rest, try and get them off my fingers. Seal it up, give it a rummage, give it a shake, in you go. And then I'm going to do the same again. Because as much as I would like to put them into the bags with the book rings and hang them on the side of my cart, it's just not the best practice for these diamonds. And that's okay. Because they can just sit in the case. And I'm only dealing with 2 colours sat in the case, which is a lot easier. Okay, so now they're all in, I need to organise my case ready to diamond paint. So, to get this ready to diamond paint, a lot of this is personal preference on what people prefer. But I prefer to work from the bottom of the case up. It's just the way it tends to be sat. This part is closest to me. So therefore I like them from here. Megan likes them from the top down. Completely personal preference, but I like my numbers to start here. I like to start with letters first, followed by numbers. So, trying to pull out any letters that we have. Oh, well, that's going to be first because it's an A. Their symbols, their symbols. Have we got any other letters? Yep, a H. Okay. So this is where you do the alphabet in your head. E, F, G, H, J, K, L, Q, R, S, T, V and then X. So they're my letters. I then like to follow it with numbers. So 1, 2, in fact I might do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have a 5? Nope. 6, 7. Okay, so that is my letters and my numbers. One of the other things I like to group when it comes to sort of these, the diamond paintings that have symbols, I like to group arrows. The reason being is if I'm turning my canvas round as I'm doing it, an arrow can look a different way. If all the arrows are in my case grouped together, or anything that resembles an arrow, then if I look at the canvas, see an arrow and think, oh, okay, yeah, and go to get the colour, if there's more than one of them, I can see that there's more than one of them, and then my brain goes, have I got the right one? So there's not actually, in fact most of these arrows are all different, and some of them you may not class as an arrow, but to me they are. So we've got the standard block arrow, we've got the one that comes back on itself. This is more of a greater than more than sign, but I see that as an arrow, and I also see that as the end of an arrow. But because that is 4, I'm actually going to put these on the end of here. So I've got numbers and arrows. So have I got anything that I've got 2 of? In fact, you know what I might do? I might just put my 2 whites there, because those symbols are pretty much always together. Other than that, symbols wise, I often like to put keyboard symbols together. So I've got a full stop, a plus, a divide, a question mark. What else is a keyboard symbol to me? An equals. So I'm actually going to shuffle these about, because that's keeping symbols that are to do with a sum together, but they're still all keyboard symbols. So they're all the initial straightforward, I know them as keyboard symbols, I see them as keyboard symbols. So I like to put those together. Then I often like to put anything that's similar. Now this dot here, I've also then got a dot in a circle. So this one sort of matches onto here and onto here. I like to do that when there's something in between. That's another dot type one, as is that. So again, they're sort of going together. Then I've got these that I sort of want to keep together. They're all shapes with lines through them, or lines coming out of them. I want those to stay close. Is there anything else? I just like to look and say, is there anything else that looks similar to something else? So I've got a couple here that are dashes or lines, so I want those together. Then we've got sort of half a triangle, a square, a moon, a music note, so they're sort of symbols. Again, this is very rough. It's just I'm looking at them and I'm going, oh, okay, they're similar, let's put them together, and then the rest end up here. So that is how I've grouped mine. So I've got letters and then my white. Then I've got numbers with arrows, keyboard symbols, which includes those used to do math, those that aren't. Then we've got similar things with dots, with slashes, And then we've just got these sort of grouped together. Then I want to change these around just so that I can, these are in DMC order, so that I can tell which ones I need refills for, or if I've even got a refill for them. I got 712, 823. 3865 is always going to be at the end, isn't it? 30, that's a 38, 37s, there we go. So they're in DMC order, they're in the order that I'll look at. When I need another pot of this, I will take the lid off, put the lid on that one and move that pot to the back. And when all my 310 pots are empty, I'll then fill up all 3 of them at once and deal with any static that I need to deal with. But that is I Choose You kitted up. That took longer than I thought, but I'm not against it. It is a big picture. I'm not yet going to put my cover paper on here. So for a large painting, what I tend to do is I tend to peel this back and put a couple of rows of cover paper, and then I work on it that way. However, I'm not placing a diamond on this until the 1st of November, as per the rules. So I am going to pop this back in its box to stop me seeing it and itching to place diamonds on a brand new canvas. So when I do get it out in November, that's when I'll put my cover paper on, so that I can start it. But you will see that in future whip and chats. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you're joining in with the Diamond Art Studio event for November. I'm just excited to have another one kitted up, so I'm happy to be joining in. I'm joining in for the spirit of it, because yeah, I love the community that any sort of event brings. I love the December Advent that I do and the community that forms off the back of that. So I'm really looking forward to joining in this event. In fact, I need to take a screenshot of this so that I can pop my entry in to say this is the painting that I'm doing. It's all kitted up, it's in my stash. They just ask for a picture of the canvas that you're going to do that you've taken, so not one from their website, to be able to enter. So you don't have to have it completed by the end of the month. So yeah, actually looking at this, I don't know whether to start from the top on this one and do it upside down. Oh, that could be entertaining. Could get a load of black done. I'll have to think about that one. I've got a little bit of time to make my decision. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this long kitting up. So let me know which one you're doing, but do go to Diamond Art Studio UK on Facebook if you want to see all the details and the rules surrounding the event. And yeah, I'll see you all over there. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.